Hi, I'm Charles Barkley. I'm the host of the NBA AllStar Game right here in beautiful Phoenix.
Marley comes up with a steal to Kevin Johnson to Barkley. Barkley goes in for the wham, bam, slam.
I can't be sure that it had anything to do with being in the finals in 1993, but soon thereafter we learned that Phoenix is going to play host to the NBA All-Star Game, and we couldn't have been more excited.
Phoenix was on the move, and the Phoenix Suns were a big part of that. The All-Star Game, I was always a solicitor, if you will, to bring events to our city, to bring exposure to our city.
So when Jerry Colangelo got the All-Star Game awarded to him in 1994 in Minnesota, all he got was this big little statue with these plaques that would say All-Star Game 1995 on it. The All-Star Game logo wasn't even ready yet. So it was basically about a 3 to 4 month window that we'd have for the logo design.
Jerry, of course, was the architect of so much of strategic planning, and we had a task force internally, and we were bound and determined to use the 3 or 4 days, which is what it had grown into, to showcase the valley.
The sunset in Phoenix is like no other place. The purples and the oranges and the sky and the colors, they're unbelievable. And the Suns are smart enough to use those colors as their branding. It's perfect. When it comes to the All-Star Game logo, you're looking for a few more indigenous elements within there. And the one thing that was very unique was then we added a gecko into the whole identity, which was intended to add a secondary layer of fun elements for the designers to work with.
We just used 2 fonts. You know, you see all these guys today do these custom fonts and all this stuff. This is like, oh, $19 for Lithos Bold and Lithos Light. That was it. That was pretty much the exercise to do the graphics, you know, and it put some outlines on it, put some drop shadows on it.
Barkley against Sean Kemp. The spin move, the fadeaway. He got it. Oh, brother.
At the time of that All-Star Game, we had the best record in basketball. It may have been like 36-10. Basketball was at its peak in terms of interest here in the marketplace. The Suns mania was really pretty strong.
A 9-time All-Star and the heart and soul of the Phoenix Suns, Charles Barkley.
It was tremendous reception. We had a great season, obviously, but the reception that I got and the love I got from Phoenix and their fans, that's why I'm gonna always live in Phoenix.
Well, the game itself, it's sort of like Christmas morning, I suppose. You know, you look forward to it, you plan for it, you can't wait to see what Santa brought you, and boy, he must have been a Suns fan because he delivered all kinds of gifts.
Yeah, Barkley for 3. Shooting as they hit on the alley-oop. Fed by Hardaway. David Robinson showing a very quick first step. Here's Shaquille going to the hoop. And here's Pippen.
It was beyond our wildest expectations. If you look at what has followed the 95 All-Star Game, it really was the tipping point for NBA All-Star logos.
It's funny because I got some calls from teams the next day after they watched the All-Star Game inquiring about when can we get a new court design for ourselves.
We wanted people around the country to look at what we were doing here in Phoenix in every way from top to bottom, that this is a place they wanted to be. And I guess a lot of people heard that because look at the population explosion that's taken place in the last 20 years. It's amazing, and it hasn't stopped yet.